Hi, this is a tapping video for those of you who are doing exams. And not just doing exams, but feeling panicky and overwhelmed about those exams. So that anxiety is really there, that whole busy head, I can't think straight, I can't retain anything. It's for you. This video is for you. Okay. I'm not going to explain how tapping helps other than it calms down a bit of the brain that's going, which is trying to keep you safe, and it allows the thinking part of the brain to come back online. So that's what we're aiming for. These are the tapping points. Just here, we do karate chop. I have other videos with this information in, so please refer to those if you need to know. So we do top of the head, inside eye, outside eye, under nose, under chin. Do the clavicle points, we go under the arm, then we come back to the wrist, coming on the inside wrist, then where the nail bed meets the fingers, and we just do it at the edge at that point. All of these are tapping on energy points which discharge energy. So when we're getting panicky and overwhelmed, that just kind of sits in our body and it gets in the way, which makes us feel really uncomfortable, and it ends up feeling like we have no space for anything else. With tapping, we're going to bring all of that energy back down and bring you back to yourself so that you know what you're doing when you walk in that exam room, because your thinking brain is back online, and that's what we're aiming for. Okay, so we're going to start with a little setup statement here, which is going to go along the lines of something like, even though I'm feeling all this panic about doing this exam. If that word panic doesn't fit you, please change that word, but that and overwhelm are the words I'm going to tend to use during this statement. If the words don't feel right for you, feel free to swap them. I'm going to aim, if I remember properly, to leave you a gap so that I say the words and then you repeat them back to the video, as it were. And then we're going to work through the points until we get to a point where hopefully your energy is dissipated down and you're back to being your normal self. Replay this as much as you need to until you get to a point where you are calm. And before I start tapping, my name's Claire Williams. I am from Your Soul Energy. I'm based in North Essex, and I can work with people on exam stress, exam fear, revision, all of that kind of stuff. One-to-one, we can do it in person or over Skype. And if you wish to know more, the details will be posted with this. Okay, so let's get to tapping. So, karate chop point, and I'm going to try and remember to leave you a gap to actually speak back to me. So, even though I'm feeling all this panic and this overwhelm about taking this exam, I acknowledge all of that and I completely love and accept myself. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too big a statement for you to say, but I realise it might be when we're first starting. Okay, so I'm going to break it down into smaller parts. So even though I'm feeling all this panic and I'm feeling all this overwhelm about this exam, I completely acknowledge that and I love and accept myself. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times, so I'll break it down in bits again. So even though I am feeling all of this panic and this overwhelm, all about my exam, I acknowledge that and I love and accept myself. And even though I'm feeling panic and overwhelm about my exams, I completely love and accept myself. So I'd like us to focus on one exam at a time, as in one day at a time or one session at a time. This is not going to get you through the whole exam process. This is going to get you one step at a time. Hence the idea that you replay this video as much as you need to, okay? Because all we're doing is we're getting those instant feelings out of the way so you can come back to being your normal thinking, rational, resourceful self, because that's what we're aiming for. You're going to need all of that in the exam, so let's let that come to the forefront and shift this other stuff out because it's not helping you. So we've done our setup statement, which is even though I'm feeling all this panic and all this overwhelm, I completely love and accept myself. We'll move on from there and we go to top of the head. All this panic, all this overwhelm, it's filling up my body. I can't think straight. I have no space for anything else. It's getting in the way of my thinking. All this panic. There's so much panic in my body. There's so much overwhelm. I can't remember anything. I've forgotten everything I've revised for. So much panic in my body. It's filling my spaces up. I don't know where to go with it. I don't even know where to start. So much panic in my body. Maybe it's okay to just breathe. Maybe I can start to let this panic go. Maybe I can let this overwhelm go. Maybe it's okay for me to let these feelings go. They're not serving me. They're getting in the way of my revision, and they're getting in the way of my exams. Maybe it's okay to let go of these feelings. Maybe it's okay to feel calm. I think I choose to feel calmer. I'm going to let go of those last bits of panic. Let go of those last bits of overwhelm. Let all of that go. I don't need those feelings. It's okay for me to be rational and thoughtful. It's okay for me to be aware of what I've learned. There's so much in my mind already. I don't need these feelings of overwhelm or these feelings of panic. So I'm going to let them go. I'm going to come back to being me. I'm going to come back to being the person who's done all the revision. I've worked so hard. I deserve to have access to this information. Okay, I just want you to take a deep breath for me as we finish just tapping here. And let that out, so coming out through the mouth. And do that 2 more times, coming in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. If you feel that you're back here in this kind of centered space where you're back in your thinking brain and you feel calmer, then that's fantastic. You won't need to carry on. If you still feel that there's panic or there's overwhelm there and it starts to build up, I want you to come back to thinking about the here and the now and tap with the here and the now. Often the panic or the overwhelm comes in when we start to think about what it means to our futures to do these exams. What if we do this? That we don't want to do that, because one step at a time is what we're aiming for here. Like one exam paper at a time. It's just an exam paper. It's just a small portion of time in the here and the now. That's what you're focusing on. Never mind the future for now. Let's focus on this very near future and get yourself back to feeling calm. So every time that you start to feel that panic building, personally I tend to feel it sort of start in my belly and then it comes up to my chest and it feels like my whole self is filling up. Just tap that through. So even though I'm feeling all of that panic again, it's starting in my belly. I acknowledge that feeling. I love and accept myself. That panic in my belly. Maybe it's okay for me to release it. Let go of that panic in my belly. I don't need that panic in my belly. I'm ready to just focus on the now. It's just one exam and I've done the work for it. Okay, so If you wish to work with me, please get in contact. But I'm hoping that this is a resource that is of most value to you. So good luck with your exams and keep tapping, just keep going through. And as I say, if the words don't suit you, switch them. It's about you and your energy, and that's the important aspect. Okay, well, good luck and see you on the other side. Okay.